Hello and welcome to the University of Regina's video on how to find your program requirements. In this video, we're going to review how to find and understand your program-specific course requirements using the undergraduate calendar and the degree audit software. There are two major tools we recommend using to find your program's requirements. The first tool is the undergraduate calendar. You can find the undergraduate calendar from the main U of R homepage under Students, then Academic Calendar Schedules and Course Catalog, then Academic Calendar Undergraduate. You can download the full PDF or individual sections. The full PDF contains information about university policies and procedures, as well as federated college and faculty-specific information. As well, every program at the U of R is listed in this document, along with every course you need to complete in order to graduate from the program. Let's look at an example together. In the 2025-2026 undergraduate calendar, this is what the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology look like. The left column indicates credit hours while the right column indicates all of the required courses. The BA in Psychology requires 120 credit hours. Most credit courses at the U of R are 3 credit-hour courses, meaning you'll spend approximately 3 hours in class every week for that particular course. If you're taking 1 credit course, you'll probably be spending 3 hours in class each week. If you're taking 3 credit courses, you'll probably be spending 9 hours in class each week. If you're taking a full load of 5 credit courses, you'll probably be spending 15 hours in classes each week, not including your labs, seminars, or homework, which will all be in addition to those base 15 credit hours. Non-credit courses will typically be for 0 credit hours, but may still be required components for your program, such as Arts 099 or Univ 001, or a mandatory lab for a science class like Biology 140. You may also have courses that are fewer than 3 credit hours such as music ensembles. In terms of courses required for the BA in Psychology, the major requirements are listed at the top, which are all of the specific psychology courses needed. As a Faculty of Arts program, the BA in Psychology also contains the Arts Core requirements. The Arts Core requirements are a great way to become a well-rounded student and build additional knowledge and experiences into your program outside of your major area of study. The BA in Psychology also has room for 18 open electives or courses you can take from a variety of different faculties and subject areas, regardless of whether they relate directly to psychology or not. In order to graduate from this program, you'll need to complete all of the required courses and ensure that you have a minimum 60% program grade point average or PGPA as well as a minimum 60% undergraduate grade point average or UGPA. Your PGPA is calculated based on all of the courses that contribute to your program requirements, while your UGPA is calculated based on all of the undergraduate courses you took at the U of R regardless of whether they can be used in your program requirements or not. Let's look at another example as a comparison. In the 2025-2026 undergraduate calendar, this is what the requirements for the Bachelor of Applied Science in Industrial Systems Engineering look like. You'll see it's laid out quite differently from the BA in Psychology. Most engineering programs are broken down into their recommended courses by term. We strongly encourage you to take these courses in their recommended order so that you can ensure you're on track with things like prerequisites and sequencing. Prerequisites are courses that you need to complete before you can move on to a higher level course. Typically, students are required to complete their 100 levels first, then their 200s, then their 300s, then their 400s. This isn't always the case though, so make sure you're carefully reviewing the prerequisites for the courses you're attempting to register in. If your program is laid out in terms like the engineering example on screen, and you're not able to take those specific courses due to seat availability or missing prerequisites, you may be able to shuffle things around between terms. We recommend connecting with an academic advisor if you plan on shuffling things around so that you can make sure you're still on track with where you need to be. Depending on your program, you may see different types of electives listed. Let's review some of the different types together. Open electives are any credit course from any subject area as long as it is unrestricted, can be used in your program, and is not otherwise required for your program. For example, KHS 131 can be used in the Bachelor of Business Administration since it's a credit course that is not restricted to just kinesiology and health studies students, and it's not otherwise required for the program. An arts, MAP, or science elective would be any credit course from any of those three listed faculties as long as the course is unrestricted, can be used for credit within the program, and is not otherwise required. It's very similar to an open elective but must come from one of those three specified faculties. As an example, Chemistry 100 cannot be used in any Bachelor of Arts program even though it's a credit course, so you would not be able to use Chemistry 100 as a science elective in this case. However, Chemistry 104 would count since it can be used for credit towards most Bachelor of Arts program requirements. A natural science elective is typically any credit course from the areas of astronomy, biology, chemistry, geology, or physics that has a laboratory component. However, whether or not you can use these subjects in your program will depend on your faculty or federated college. For example, even though Chem 100 is from an approved subject area, it does not have a laboratory component and thus cannot be used to fulfill this requirement. A business or administration elective is any credit course that starts with the letters BUS or ADMN as long as it is unrestricted and not otherwise required for the program. BUS and ADMN courses are considered equivalent, meaning BUS 100 and ADMN 100 would count for the same credit in your program. An example of a BUS or ADMN elective would be BUS 210 for the Certificate in Administration Level 2. This course is not required in this program, but it can be used for credit as either an open elective or a BUS or ADMN elective unless the student already has credit for ADMN 210. This is because BUS 210 and ADMN 210 would be considered equivalent, so you would only be able to earn credit for one, not both. The last type of elective we'll cover is the approved elective or approved open elective. Typically seen in programs like education or engineering, these are electives that have been pre-approved by the faculty and are usually faculty-specific. A full list should be available either in the undergraduate calendar or on the faculty's webpage. While the undergraduate calendar is a great way to view general requirements, it's also important to remember that requirements can change year over year. You may be able to update your calendar term to the most recent year's requirements, but you won't be able to go back in time to a previous year's requirements. For that reason, it's important that you know your specific year's requirements, which you can view using the degree audit. The degree audit can be accessed through your UR self-service account under the Student tab, then scrolling down to the Academic Advising and Program Planning section, and clicking on Degree Audit. You can also find it by searching the U of R website for degree audit. Once you've logged in, you'll be able to see the program you have officially declared. By clicking on View Full Audit, you'll generate a report that shows you what you've already completed, what you have left to complete, and other key information like your different GPAs. You can also create goals for potential programs if you are considering changing programs and want to see how far along you'd be into completing the new program. From the main screen after you've logged in, you'll click on the Add button, then follow the path for the program you're looking for. You'll start at the top with University of Regina, then undergraduate programs, then the most recent catalog term, then certificate or diploma or degree depending on what you're looking for. In this example, we've selected undergraduate certificates, then arts, then certificate in economics. Once there are no more options to narrow down, you'll click on Save at the top of the screen to generate the audit goal. You can change the view of your degree audit by clicking the three dots at the top next to your percentage of completion meter. Use the detailed view if you want a more in-depth look at your program requirements. Use the outline view if you want a quick overview of what you have taken and what you have left to take. Use the planning view if you want to map out your potential future terms. If you're finding any inconsistencies with your degree audit or if you just have questions about your program in general, we recommend connecting with your academic advisor. Thanks for watching our video on finding your program requirements. You should now be able to review and understand your current and potential program requirements. If you still have questions, connect with an academic advisor through your federated college, your faculty, or the Student Success Center and we'd be happy to assist you further.